This is Jack Fishman behind the camera speaking with guest conductor Michael Krajewski. Michael, you're the Principal Pops Conductor of the Houston Symphony. You've conducted the Boston Pops, the Hollywood Bowl, the Atlanta Symphony, and you're here this weekend with the San Antonio Symphony. Tell us, what is Pops? What's the big difference between conducting Pops and conducting traditional classic concerts?
I think most people think of Pops as what stemmed from the Boston Pops, the most famous Pops orchestra, and of course the great conductor was Arthur Fiedler, and he started. He had kind of a formula that is kind of continued on, and that was having the orchestra play, first of all, music that people recognize, and it's very well-known music. That could be both classical and non-classical music. So his formula was always play some light classical pieces, shorter pieces, but more or less pieces that people would recognize, and then go into music that people don't usually expect to hear an orchestra play. He would do music from Broadway and top 40s. He was very well known for having played the music of the Beatles, having the Boston Symphony play the music of the Beatles when the Beatles were hot stuff in the 60s. And that's kind of what Pops is all about now for symphony orchestras. Kind of, I often like to say that at the concerts that you're going to hear music that you wouldn't expect to hear an orchestra play, and maybe in some cases music we shouldn't be playing. But it's a lot of fun to hear a great orchestra play music that is part of our daily lives, and music that means a lot to us for various reasons, sometimes nostalgic reasons. So that's kind of what Pops is in a nutshell.
Now you have a shorter definition of what a Pops conductor is and how it's different. That's you've told me in the past a historic comparison. What is that definition?
I think this is what sums it up in my mind when I'm standing off stage and about to go out and conduct a concert, and it's a Pops concert. I remember hearing that Leonard Bernstein had a tradition before he would step out on the stage to perform. He wore cufflinks that used to belong to Krajewski, great conductor, who was also Bernstein's teacher. So just before he stepped on stage, he would kiss each cufflink of his master teacher, Krajewski, and then go out and conduct a great work of art. The Pops concert, when I'm standing off stage, just before I go out, my tradition is make sure my fly is up. And that kind of sums up the cultural difference, I think, the essence of what's classical music, what Pops is.
Well, thank you very much. We're looking forward to the music of John Williams tonight, and now that we know about that tradition, we'll be smiling right before you come on stage.
I hope.